Well, it's that time of year, and let's get into the top 10 LEGO sets of 2024. Okay, so first off, gotta get this out of the way. This is my personal choices. This is not an objective list in any measure. This is just what I personally like. If you have a different opinion, please leave it down in the comments below. I'd love to see your top 10 list, or even the top 3 LEGO sets that you thought were the best this year. Definitely curious to see that. And with that said, let's talk about math for a quick second. Oh, I know, not math. Oh God, it's school all over again. No, not just kidding. Okay, so previously in 2022 and 2023, I did the mean or the average of all 10 LEGO sets divided by 10, and blah, blah, blah. Point is, the average LEGO set cost in 2022 for my personal top 10 list was $314. Last year in 2023, it went down to $298. This year, 2024, out of my personal choices of what I think the best of the best LEGO sets are, $187. That's over $100+ less than last year. That's because there was a lot of banger cheaper sets this year, and we'll get into that here in just a few minutes. Honestly, that's some welcoming news in my opinion. Like, we want cheaper, good LEGO sets, and the fact that more inexpensive LEGO sets made it onto my list this year is a good thing. Hopefully we'll see this as a trend continuing in 2025. We'll see. Now, just like prior years, I'll have links down in the description. They're all affiliated and help out the channel if you want to purchase these sets. I'll have lego.com, Amazon, and YouTube now has a shopping tab where I'll try to post as many sets as possible. That will link to Walmart or Target, and usually they have some of the cheapest prices. They always are price matching between Walmart, Target, and Amazon. The three are always competing with each other. I also just want to mention that LEGO does have quite a few events happening around this holiday season. First off, happening right now, if you're watching this video right when it comes out, November 23rd, November 24th, they're having LEGO Insiders Weekend, big discounts on sets like the UCS AT-AT if it's not already sold out. Other sets like the A-Frame Cabin and a bunch of others are also on sale. But really the big thing here is double points. 10% back on all of your purchases. That's credit you can use towards other LEGO purchases later on. And then LEGO's also going to be doing a Black Friday event as well as a Cyber Monday event. No real details on those as of making this video, but I will update you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. I make YouTube posts that update you guys on the best LEGO deals, so make sure you're getting those notifications. Also, small plug, Crosshair, a custom LEGO pad printed minifigure, is also now available, so I'll leave that link down in the description. With all that said, let's finally get into this top 10 list of the best LEGO sets of 2024, in my opinion. All right, so at number 10 is going to be the Harry Potter Burrow set. Now, I didn't get a chance to review this. I got it later on, and I really think it's a great set. First off, you have the full Weasley family, of which we got Bill and Charlie, we got Arthur and Molly, we have Ron and Harry, of course, and then Percy's here. Of course, you have to have the twins, Fred and George, and then lastly, we have Jenny. For me, what really sets the Burrow apart is just how well the exterior and interior was done. I mean, first off, by scaling up the Burrow from its playset version prior to this, it has so much more detail and yet still feels like basically a giant playset with all the features and details you would want, both on the outside and inside. And I gotta say, the details inside with the working flue network, we have the dishes being washed magically, like, quote unquote magically. But, little details like this bathroom here, it all hits right for me. And this is actually quite a great Harry Potter set. Plus, you also have little Earl over here. Dun dun, dun dun, dun dun. Of course, next at number 9, we have the LEGO Jaws set. This one really caught me by surprise this year. We all knew it was coming, but I didn't expect the final version of this set from LEGO Ideas to look this good. Of course, you're going to need a bigger boat. And, oh my God, the shark, Bruce, looks fantastic. The orca vessel, absolutely wonderful as well. And the fact you can put the shark on its own display stand if you don't want it on the diorama stand. Just all the right hallmarks are here for what a LEGO Jaws set should be. I am so impressed by this. And then not only that, but the build experience is great too. If you or someone you know is a Jaws fan, this is just a no-brainer. LEGO knocked this one out of the park, and it's just such a great diorama. At number 8 is by far one of the best value sets on my list, which is the Creator 3-in-1 Retro Camera. This little set just retails for $20. In fact, it was sold out for, well, the first couple months it came out back in January this year. You couldn't find this anywhere, and for good reason. It's just such a fun little set. There's film canisters that come with it that accurately portray the fact you can open the door on the back side of the camera like a classic retro camera would be. You have accurate functions and dials here, and, well, they're quite satisfying. Plus, the actual camera itself is relatively the same size of a real camera. In fact, I have the classic Canon AE1, but honestly, this Lego camera mimics any Nikon or Fujifilm type of camera. The Canon, though, really does look just like this, so I wouldn't be surprised if the designers use this as inspiration. But this is my personal Canon AE1 film camera. I actually used this back in high school. This is what I learned film photography on and processed the negatives. So, I mean, for me as a giant camera nerd, this Lego retro camera just slotted in perfectly. This is a no-brainer for anybody who's remotely into taking pictures or enjoying classic cameras. So next up at number 7 is definitely one of the biggest surprises of 2024, at least for me, which is the Guardians of the Galaxy Milano. This ship is really just a testament to what modern day Lego can do. I mean, the techniques being utilized here were off the charts. I gushed over them in my review. The fact you have a full interior for the entire Guardians squad is incredible as well. And authentic details all around this set, well, set it apart from pretty much a lot of other Lego sets made in 2024, just for the fact that it hits right in terms of the color department, hits right in terms of the design, hits right in the techniques, and the value is fair at $180. This truly is one of the best Lego Marvel sets to date, and if you're into the Guardians of the Galaxy, if you're a fan of the team, this is obviously, yet again, a no-brainer. Moving on to number 6 is yet another great set, which is the Botanical Garden. Honestly, I was a little let down by what seemingly seems like a lack of interest in this set based on the release last month, but I really think this is a sleeper. This is such a beautiful set. It just hits everything that a classic Lego set should be. It was fun to build. It's beautiful looking. In my review, I was able to take this to a real botanical garden local to me here in Virginia, and it was just a blast not only reviewing the set, but being able to build this thing, play around with it, and have some fun. At $330, while it's expensive, I think is absolutely worth it. All right, so I'm pretty sure most of you have never seen something like this before, a Lego officially branded suitcase. I know, right? Kind of odd, but kind of awesome. We have the Lego logo embossed here on the back. On the front side, there's this nice indented 2x2 type of brick. Looks really sweet. This is actually a carry-on size for an airplane, and I gotta say, it's slick looking. It's like something I would rock at the airport. It's not super like in your face with the bright Lego colors. I know Costco right now is selling those kitty size suitcases, but this is something I see an adult actually using. And I'm actually giving away this suitcase on my next Whatnot stream. Now, I'm not just gonna give away the Lego suitcase empty. No, this thing is full of Lego Star Wars sets that are all brand new and sealed, as well as some poly bags. And I'll give you guys a preview of what's inside. Can't show everything. I'll do that during the actual Whatnot stream. But of course, we have to have for the holidays the diorama. Ooh, what's this? Oh yes, the Scarif Shore Trooper. And then, oh, this is a really good new set. And ooh, what are these doing in here? A few of those. Now this stream's gonna be a little bit different. It's gonna start at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time come this Friday, right after Thanksgiving on Whatnot. Now, down in the description, you can bookmark the stream. You can get a $15 credit if this is your first time joining Whatnot. And don't forget to bookmark the stream. This is at a weird time, 12:01 a.m. It's the first time I've ever done a midnight style Whatnot stream, but it's perfect for what Black Friday used to be, sales starting actually at midnight. Well, with that said, I do want to thank Whatnot for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to number 5. So I really debated where I was going to put the Imperial Star Destroyer on my top 10 list. I knew it was going to be on the top 10, no doubt. This is my favorite bigger Lego Star Wars set of the year. It just hits the nostalgia right. I am very happy with the scale. They only took it back by like 1 inch compared to the previous one. There was a lot of controversy around this set originally when the images leaked showing, oh my god, it's been scaled down, but in reality, it's actually the perfect scale in my opinion, and it hits right. It's got a ton of detail, it has a full interior, it's got a great minifigure lineup, and I'll get to that in a second. You've got great functionalities as well. I love this little hologram detail of a battle happening. This is what I want a modern day Imperial Star Destroyer to be, and this is such a fun set. Plus, the fact that we finally have the Fallen Jedi Order minifigure Cal Kestis, well, that's just the cherry on top to make this one of the best LEGO Star Wars sets. At number 4, well, I'm gonna cheat here a little bit, and I'm going to put 2 sets under the same number. I'm talking about these brand new LEGO City construction vehicles, both the crane as well as the excavator. Holy crap, are both of these sets amazing. Period. I cannot tell you how much fun I had not only building them, but playing around with all the different features. If you grew up with LEGO City like myself, especially during the early 2000s when they had such a renaissance of LEGO construction within the city theme, well, this is going to bring the nostalgia. And plus the functionality of the worm gear on the crane, the stabilizers, how it all works, how well developed this set is, on top of the excavator being just as on par with each other. It was extremely difficult to choose okay, which one of these LEGO construction city sets am I going to go with? Am I going to go with the crane? Am I going to go with the excavator? I couldn't decide, so I put both on the same numbers because you could go with either one of these and be happy. If I had to choose one, the crane, it's just a lot of fun to play around with, but the excavator is just as good. $55 for the excavator, $110 for the giant crane. I mean, these are amazing. If you're remotely into construction, this is going to be a lot of fun building. Now, number 3 is by far the best valued LEGO Star Wars set of 2024 in my opinion, but also just generally a great set overall. That's the Clone Trooper and Battle Droid Battle Pack. At $30, you get 9 minifigures. That is unheard of in a LEGO Star Wars set. And you have both the good guys and the bad guys in one battle pack, and you can often find this set for about $24. And when you're paying $24 for this setup, I mean, this is a dream come true for a LEGO Star Wars fan, especially a Clone Wars fan. Couple that excellent minifigure lineup with 4 different builds between a speeder, a turret, a tri-droid, as well as a stap for the battle droid. And then you also got the Shock Trooper. I mean, it feels like 2007 again with the original LEGO Star Wars battle packs. Now, I really debated putting the Dune Ornithopter as the number 1 best set of 2024. At $165 with the full minifigure lineup with the absolutely incredible functionality of this set, changed the game at what a LEGO set could be. I mean, this thing is breaking new territory. And coupled with the fact that Dune Part 2 was a absolutely fantastic movie, and you have a recipe for success. I think the Dune Ornithopter is, well, just a testament at how good LEGO sets can be in modern day. And I gotta also say, this is a ton of fun to play with, but the wings do bend over time, and that's why I put it at number 2. Now, before we get to number 1, let's talk about some honorable mentions, some really noteworthy LEGO sets this year. First up, I have the Milky Way Galaxy. I mean, this is a really unique LEGO art set. I think it looks beautiful. It's captivating both from a distance and up close. It's 3-dimensional, like the Van Gogh Starry Night set that I love dearly. Plus, you can hang it on the wall. So it's a great LEGO art set, and I think a good value. Next up, I have R2-D2 and C-3PO. These are 2 separate sets. Together, it'll cost you $240, but I mean, this is the iconic Star Wars pairing right here, and it looks so good, brick built. Now, this next honorable mention is going to definitely ruffle some feathers, but I'm going to put the family tree on here. I actually really like this set. I know. I think it's actually a pretty good one. If you print out wallet-sized photos and put it on the tree, I think it looks pretty good. It doesn't look overcrowded. I mean, yes, if you put bigger photos in this, it will. But if you do it right, I think it is a really cool display piece. I also got to mention the Kingfisher. Anybody who's into wildlife, whether it's wildlife photography or bird watching, this is such a cool Lego set. I love how the Kingfisher's popping out of the water, some really ingenious techniques, and it looks beautiful on display. It can really fit into anywhere, and it's not super big or intrusive, and it's just a different Lego set. Now, while the Milano made my top 10 list, I still gotta mention just how good the summer 2024 Lego Marvel sets were. I mean, everything here on the table, in my opinion, is a good set. Not necessarily a good value, but man, is Lego Marvel stepping up their game, as well as DC. Some great sets from them as well. But seriously, all of these are fantastic, and if you can get some deals on them, you're gonna absolutely enjoy them. And you probably saw this coming. At number 1 is yet another Lord of the Rings set, Barad-dur. 2 years in a row now has a Lego Lord of the Rings set made my number 1 best set of the year. Last year, of course, it was Rivendell. This year we have Barad-dur. There's rumors Bag End is what 2025 is going to bring us. Man, if it's 3 years in a row, it's going to be crazy. But seriously, the minifigure lineup here, incredible. Unlike anything we've seen in such a set like this. Plus, we have the cook who has the famous meme. That meat, of course, was back on the menu. And then, of course, we have Sam and Frodo. Gollum's there. Oh, man, it's just full nostalgia. It's just great. It's just great. Everything about this set is great. Great value. The build is fantastic. It's accurate. It's fun. It looks incredible on display. It pairs perfectly as the contrast that you need to Rivendell. Lego hit this one out of the park again. Now, to be fully transparent with you guys, I have noticed that the Eye of Sauron at the top of the tower is starting to droop, which is not a good sign. I thought it was a little strange that Lego went with the Lego candle piece techniques to hold the eye in place, because that's a heavy build right there, and it may need to be fixed in some way as it continues to slowly lose friction over time. I'm not super concerned about it right now. It still is holding a position that looks like the Eye of Sauron is looking down on Mordor, so it's not a huge deal, but it's just something to watch out for as time goes on. Overall, though, I can't recommend this set enough. You know, it was quite a challenge getting all of these sets on one table. What do you guys think? For these controversial picks, do you agree with my opinions? Let me know down in the comments below. I want to see your top 10 Lego sets of 2024 list down there. I'll be reading all the comments. I'm genuinely curious what you thought the best was this year. And overall, I think this was a solid year for Lego. Prices technically came down compared to my list last year, though they really have gone up in theory. However, there's a lot of good value on this table. I think all of these sets bring something special, and I am very happy with the list. Now, looking back to 2022 and 2023, I would say some of those sets from previous years were better in certain ways. I mean, you can't argue that Rivendell is still ultimately the best set, in my opinion, out of everything in the last couple of years. It's just special. It really is. But there's a bunch of other great sets. I still love that Land Rover Defender. All of those are still available, but they're likely to retire here in the next year or so. We are getting to the point where Lego sets usually last between 2 to 3 years on shelves before they get retired. So with all that said, don't forget links down in the description to purchase everything here on the table, as well as the honorable mentions. Also, you can utilize that YouTube shopping tab. Of course, I want to thank Whatnot for sponsoring this video. I hope you guys have a great, wonderful day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.